Hello you guys, I hope you guys are doing very well. I am doing awesome. Happy belated Mother's Day to you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful Mother's Day, and I am here to give you guys a highlighting and contouring tutorial because I said I was going to post one for you guys. A lot of people have been asking me how I get my glow and that they would love to see more contouring and highlighting from me. So I decided to do a video for you guys, an updated one because I have one previously, but I wanted to do another one for you guys to see what I do now because the products that I use are different, and also the routine, but the routine is a little bit the same, but the products that I've been using are different. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please let me know what you guys think. And I did not include the look for the eyeshadow tutorial in there, but I'll be so glad. I will post it in the next video. And yeah, so stay tuned for it and let me know what you guys think about this video, and I will speak to you guys in my next video. Bye. Well, okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I have washed my face. As you can tell, I already did my eyebrows, so I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my face with the Ulta Face Fabulous foundation primer. Looks like that. And I don't moisturize my face because I'm really oily around the T-zone areas, like here and here, well sometimes here too on my chin. So I actually don't moisturize my face because the makeup seems to stay matte that way the whole day. So I usually don't, I just go ahead and prime it. And you don't actually need to use too much of the primer, you just need to use about that much. And just apply it. For my under eyes, in order to revitalize my eyes, I go ahead and use the Mary Kay eye revitalizer. It looks like that, by Mary Kay, and it has a ball like that, a glide on ball. I just go ahead and apply it, just roll it under my eyes like that. Okay, next I go ahead and apply my foundations. I actually have 3 favorite foundations that I use on the daily basis. I use the CoverGirl, the 3-in-1 All Day Flawless. It looks like that. And my shade is the Rich Mink. Looks like that. And I also have the Black Radiance Color Perfect. Looks like this. And my color, my shade is the Brownie. And the last one is MAC. It's MAC Studio Fix. Looks like that. And my shade is NW47. But today I'm gonna go ahead and use my Black Radiance. I'm gonna go ahead and use this, and this doesn't actually have a pump. It has a little tubey thing like that you can go ahead and just for easy application. And what I do is I just stick it in the bottle once and just use the foundation on the stick. I don't go back and add some more, if that makes sense. And the brush that I use to apply the foundation is the Real Technique Expert Face Brush. Looks like that. And it looks like that. And the trick with this foundation is as soon as you put it on, you have to start spreading all over your face because it tends to dry a little bit a little faster. So I just go ahead and spray my brush with the Studio what do you call this, the Fix Plus by MAC. I just spray it like that, and then just go ahead and just smudge it all over. So when I do that, I just go ahead and apply my MAC skin finish, mineralized skin finish in Deep Dark.
Mr. Flavor on the microphone.
When you see a woman with,
I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadows, and because that's what I usually do next, and then I'll be back to finish the rest of the contouring and the highlighting. Okay, now I'm back and I am ready to go ahead and clean up my under eyes and, you know, moving forward to the contouring and the highlighting. So next I use the Pro Concealer, and by Pro Concealer by LA Girl, and it's the shade in Toast, as you can see. So it has a little brush. So what I go ahead and do is I just go ahead and squeeze it and apply it under my eyes, just like you would do, like that. But what I do is I don't go directly under my eyes like there, because it tends to pack on there. And if you guys have watched my previous videos, I've always been complaining about under eye creasing. So this actually helps with the creasing because it stays right there. And there's also another product that I'm using for under eye creasing. The product I'm using for my under eyes is the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. It looks like that. So this is what I use, and I have been using this since February, March. So it helps, and I have been seeing some great improvements. So what I want to do is I just go ahead and use that and apply it like that on both eyes. And I also go ahead and apply it on the bridge of my nose like that. And then on my forehead. I also applied on my chin and down here. So that is the idea. I look weird right now. But yes. So what I use to spread it out is a foundation brush, and this foundation brush is actually by Mary Kay. Looks like that. So this is what I use, and it's actually a little wet, and you want to make sure that it's whatever brush you're applying or you're using it to spread it out is kind of damp or wet, because if it's not, just gonna stick to it and it's not going to spread it out evenly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that before it dries. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my chin. Try to spread it out as even as you can. See? And then right here. Don't worry about evening it out now because you will do that later. Go ahead and take care of your nose. Then do your forehead. So now that my brush has dried up a little bit, it has a little bit of foundation on there. You want to go ahead and spray with your Fix Plus Fluid by MAC. Just a little bit. And just go ahead and take care of your under eyes. Let me zoom it so you can see. And do the same thing on the other eye. You want to make sure that you don't drag all the foundation all the way here, or if you do, you want to make sure that you blend it, but I will do that right now, so don't worry. I will show you how to do that. So after I've done this process, you want to go ahead and use my banana banana powder. Looks like this. And you want to use just a little bit, and you want to go ahead and put it in the top like that. Just very little. You don't need much. I'm not even gonna use all that. So you just need very little. And what I use to apply it is a sponge. You can use this or you can use a blending sponge. It really doesn't matter. So you want to damp it a little bit. Something like that. And just, let me unzoom real quick. Okay. And just apply it under your eye first. And if you are my skin tone or darker, I will always tell you to use you can also use the topaz, benign and topaz, but the banana is all I have right now, so that's what I use, and it works okay for me. And what you want to do is you want to tap. You don't want to rub like that. You want to go ahead and tap as you go. Especially under your eyes, you want to tap. You never want to smudge, because when it creases, when you tap it on, the powder stays put, but when you smudge, it tends to have those lines form a little bit more and faster throughout the day. So yeah, you want to go ahead and apply it on your chin or and everywhere that you applied the concealer, just to set it.
To the verse 2, and the time is 2:15. Say the girl say make you go 10-2. She dey ask if I go chop banku. I go chop banku. Mommy say I go chop banku. With the way you dey do your sexy wine, why I no go chop banku? Come on there, baby, just come on there. It's okay.
So it should look something like this. And I always like my contouring to look natural, you know, because sometimes, I don't know, people who are maybe lighter than me, or people who are even my skin tone, tend to do their under eyes too white, and I'm just like, that just looks too cakey for me. I wouldn't do that on my face and walk around, you know, especially during the day like that, because I mean, you really shouldn't contour during the day, but some people do, and they like heavily contour, and I'm just like, it's not that serious, seriously. So you don't need to contour during the day, like there's like no point. But if you do it, that's perfectly okay with me. So what I tend to do is I don't like to use too much contour. I don't like to make it too white, and this is just how I wear it every single time that I want to go out, or when I want to contour. This is exactly the way I always do it. I don't ever overdo it. I don't like to do it too white. You get my point. Anyway, so next I go ahead and use my mineral skin finish again in Dip Dark, just to set it and just to make it a little bit more even. And this powder brush is by Eco Tools. I'm just a brush person, and I just use brushes from pretty much anywhere. So you want to go ahead and just blend that out. Remember the harsh line I was telling you about? It's there a little bit, so what I tend to do is I just smudge it like that so it can disappear. Because the worst thing you want to do is when you're taking pictures, you don't want a straight line just coming out there. And I have made that mistake plenty of times, and it doesn't quite look pretty. So you want to always make sure that your contouring is flawless, because I wouldn't advise you to do it when you cannot contour at all. It doesn't make sense. If you want to do it, you want to make sure that you do it right. So that's that. So next I go ahead and use my Sleek Face Contour Kit. And it looks like this. A lot of people are familiar with it. And this is actually the shade Dark. Looks like that again. And I go ahead and start by contouring my nose. Usually first is what I do. And I usually don't like to overdo this as well, because it just looks too overdone sometimes. Like, you just can never stop learning with makeup, seriously, because I used to overdo my contouring, and I was just like, okay, this does not look right. I need to improve. So the more you do it, the better you get. That's all I can say. So this is what I usually do on my nose. My cheeks, I use I think it's a contour brush, and this brush is really good, honestly. looks like that. The contour brush looks like that. And this is by Real Techniques, so you want to go ahead and smudge it in the brown and just form that line. Usually I don't like building a too dark line or a line that's too far. That's the ideal line. That's the line that I usually just do and just call it a day, because I don't like to overdo my face. So you want to go ahead and do your chin too. How you just contour the corners of your face so your face can look slimmer. That's the idea. You want it to look slimmer. I have a previous video on contouring if you're interested to check that one out, but this is just an updated one, the one that I do now, and it is quite, it's not that different, but just the products and just the products are different, but the routine is pretty much the same. And the product that I use too is different. You want to go ahead and contour your forehead as well, like the corners of your forehead. So that's it. That's all I do. And I go ahead and use the gold on here. I use the same brush just to tap it and just apply it on my nose like that. So it should look something like that. And this is where I go ahead and apply my blush. And the blush that I'm using is the blush by Sleek. Again, it's the Sleek by 3 and it's the pumpkin. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the orange in there. This one right here. And I'm using my e.l.f. stipple brush. Looks like that. It's dirty because, yeah, this is my blush brush for most days. Just tap it in there and just... And this blush is great because you can use it as an eyeshadow and you can use it as a blush, and it's good for all skin tones because it gives you that glow. And every time a lot of people always ask me, what do I use, what gives me that glow? Honestly, it's this blush. I just love this blush. This is what I wear in most of my tutorials, and this is what I wear throughout during the day too. When I do my makeup during the day, this is what I wear most times, and that's what gives me that glow. Simple. And also I use the Sleek Baked Bronze. Looks like this. And I use the contour brush that I just used by Real Techniques and just dab it on there and just apply it right here as a highlight. It just gives you an extra glow also. And you can see the difference between here and there. So it just gives you that extra glow that I love. And it's just natural looking and you can wear it all the time. And I've used it in a couple of my tutorials as well. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I do for my contouring. I hope this is not too long. I hope it's really simple for you guys to understand and to catch on.